Okay, ooh, that's nice and loud. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family, we want to welcome you to Bethlehem's TV studio. Thank you so much for travelling so far today to get all the way to Bethlehem. I hope it wasn't too rough of a journey. Anyone take a donkey? Anyone come on camel? Okay, well, as you might know, some of you might know, something happened about a year ago, which was really special here in Bethlehem. And we wanted to tell you a bit about it tonight. And we've invited some of those people who were there at Bethlehem when this special event happened to come back and tell you about it. And they have been practicing their dances, because we have a bit of a dance competition going on. Now, as our student audience, I'm liking the woos, as our studio audience, you have to get involved. We cannot go live to the world without a good studio audience. Anyone watch Strictly? Cool. So we have our stage manager here who's going to help us. So when you see this sign, hold on. And when you see this sign, fabulous. Okay, and one last thing before we begin. Right at the end, we are going to invite some audience participation. Have you all got your dancing shoes on? Well, you don't need them because we're going to be doing the hand jive. So, if you take your hands and you pat your knees twice, if you take your hands and you clap them together twice, if you do them one side and the other, and then a little twirly thing, and then thumb a lift. Okay, let's put that together. Ready? No problem, you are experts. What a great audience you are. Without further ado, because time is ticking and we're about to go live, I am going to say, cue the music.
Gentlemen, and welcome to Lights Camel Action 2, the sequin.
It seems like only yesterday that we were gathered in this stable to celebrate the amazing events of that first Christmas.
It's quickly become clear just how important the extraordinary birth of the baby Jesus is for all of us. So in what's becoming a bit of a Christmas tradition, we're back to take a fresh look at the story to end all stories.
And to celebrate the incredible spread of that wonderful news.
And to help us, we've been joined by a star-studded lineup of celebrities. Get ready for an evening of razzle and dazzle,
glitz and glamour,
pizzazz and razzmatazz. But first, please give a big welcome to the three people whose opinions make all the difference, your judges.
He was a star dancer, but he's returning this year as a star judge. One hump or two, put your hands together for the funky Camel! Yes, you can count on her if you want to fall asleep, of course. It's the smallest she! And finally, he's the king with the swing, the ruler with the moolah. Please welcome back your favorite and ours, Caesar!
Well, we're very lucky to have in the audience tonight two very special guests.
Can anyone guess who they are?
Our story properly begins with them. Would you all please welcome Joseph and his beautiful wife, Mary.
Joseph, welcome. Mary, you're looking wonderful.
It's been an extraordinary time for you, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. It all started when Gabriel the angel came to visit me and told me I was chosen to carry God's son.
That must have been a shock for the both of you.
That's right. I'm just an ordinary girl, but to be chosen for something like that, well, it's amazing.
We have a song for you.
How life has changed since the day when Angel Gabriel came to say, Mary, don't be afraid. I bring you today. The Spirit of God will come down. And you will give birth to a son. How life has changed since the day when Angel Gabriel came to say, Mary, don't be afraid. I can bring you today. The Spirit of God will come down, and you will give birth to a son.
Wow, life did change. How did you end up in Bethlehem?
I think the soldiers around the studio had something to do with that.
Yes, that's right. I was due any day, but we really didn't have a choice.
When Caesar decrees something, you just have to go on and do it. Don't you?
Oh yes, you mustn't displease Caesar. Talking of Caesar, we're going to kick off our show with military perfection tonight.
They're the ones who delivered the decree that started it all.
And they've been taking a break from square bashing just to be with us this evening.
Marching to their hit single, Get on the Road by Dawn, the Bethlehem garrison of the Roman Legion!
Wow, get a load of those uniforms.
I agree. Let's see if it's made a good impression on our judges.
Well, as smart as it goes, I'd say that's about as good as it gets. Smart, snappy, and synchronized. What a way to open the show.
Fabulous. And Caesar, what did you make of it?
It's not easy dancing in armour, I can tell you, but there was no nonsense and not a step out of place. I absolutely loved it.
Well, that's high praise indeed from Caesar. What did you think, Funky Camel?
Can you dig it? I knew that you could.
Okay, I think that means he likes it. What a great start to the show.
Judges, can we have your scores, please? Smallest sheep.
8.
Funky Camel.
10.
Caesar.
7.
We all remember the turmoil of that census. Absolutely, it was chaos in my town.
As we know, for Mary and Joseph in particular, it was more than just an inconvenience.
And that's how Mary and Joseph ended up here in Bethlehem. Joseph, I imagine everything was a bit frantic for you back then.
Oh, it certainly was. I was born here in Bethlehem, but this is where we had to come all the way from Nazareth.
It was really tough, to be honest. It gave us a lot to think about.
Yes, let's just begin to get this ready for the baby at home.
You had made that lovely crib, do you remember?
I certainly do. Some of my best work.
He's only the best carpenter in Nazareth, you know.
Well, I do take pride in my work. So if anyone needs some chairs or new doors, it's a great service with reasonable prices.
See him after the show, folks.
Well, I know you and your neighbours have been practicing, so why don't you go and join some of your old friends from Nazareth as they put on their dancing shoes?
Ladies and gentlemen, dancing the hustle, the Nazareth Neighbors.
Our peace has been broken by all this Roman commotion. We've all had our orders sent straight from Rome. The hurly, the valley, we had to get up too early. We must get a move on and travel back home. There's no point letting rattle, there's no use in feeling hassled. So just pack the things you think you'd like to bring and do the Nazareth hustle. Our peace has been broken by all this Roman commotion. We've all had our orders sent straight from Rome. The hurly, the valley, we had to get up too early. We must get a move on and travel back home. There's no point letting rattle, there's no use in feeling hassled. So just pack the things you think you'd like to bring and do the Nazareth hustle. I thought you made that look effortless, but let's find out what the people who really matter thought of it. Funky Camel, what did you think?
Can you shake it? I knew that you could.
I think we get your drift, Funky Camel. Caesar?
The hustle is one of my favourite dances. It's supposed to swing. But Joseph, you're a carpenter, and I'm afraid that was as wooden as the things you make.
Oh, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? Smaller sheep?
What an old misery he is. I don't know anything about woodworks, but I know what I like and I like what
Judges, can we have your scores, please? Smallest sheep.
10.
Funky Camel.
9.
Caesar.
As we all know, life here in Bethlehem can be pretty hectic.
That's an understatement. Constant car traffic and noisy neighbours. But what's it like living outside the city?
Our next guests are here tonight to tell us about living at a more rural place. Please welcome the shepherds and their sheep.
Well then, shepherds, what's it like living up in those charming hills?
All picnics and beautiful sunsets. I expect it will be idyllic working with those lovely little fluffy sheep.
What are you talking about, Fluffy? Have you ever met a sheep before? They're a nightmare.
He's right, you know. They run all over the place. Left, right, up, down. It's a full-time job just keeping track of them. Yay!
Yep, constant movement. That's the way of the sheep.
So it sounds like the dance you've chosen to perform for us tonight might be a brave choice.
Well, we like a challenge.
Practicing a lot.
Last night we got 3 of them in a line.
Well, if you're ready to start, we'll wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you, and you can join in if you like.
Dancing the conga, the shepherds and their sheep.
Sheep to the left and sheep to the right. Everybody conga with us deep into the night. Sheep all around as far as we can see. Help us make a longer conga. 1, 2, 3. We live hands free. We talk hands free. We count them in the daytime and we count them in our sleep. We sing hands off. We cry hands off. We count them in the daytime and we count them in our sleep. Sheep to the left and sheep to the right. Everybody conga with us deep into the night. Sheep all around as far as we can see. Help us make a longer conga. 1, 2, 3. We live hands free. We talk hands free. We count them in the daytime and we count them in our sleep. We sing hands off. We cry hands off. We count them in the daytime and we count them in our sleep. Let's start with you, smallest sheep. What did you think?
Fabulous. You certainly captured the Latin character. Perhaps there could have been a little more movement in those sheep, but I just wish I could have been there dancing with you. Congratulations.
Do you agree with that, Funky Camel?
Can you kick it? I knew that you could.
And dare we ask what you thought, Caesar?
I'm sorry, but that was dull, dull, dull. I've seen more exciting lines outside the Bethlehem's donkey merchants.
Judges, can we have your scores, please? Smallest sheep.
8.
Funky Camel.
10.
Caesar.
5.
Well, the Romans weren't the only ones with a message to deliver, weren't they, smallest sheep?
Oh no, I remember sitting on our hillside, grazing, country, sleeping. You know sheep and shepherds kind of stuff, but all of a sudden, the sky filled with angels. It was beautiful.
Hold that thought, small sheep, because we're about to revisit that amazing moment right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up for Gabriel and the host of the heavenly angels.
and sing the gospel, the angel Gabriel and the heavenly host.
Wow, heavenly doesn't just do them justice, does it, Caesar? Surely you're impressed with that.
I'm absolutely speechless. Wonderful arm movements and oodles of energy in the hands. Literally out of this world.
You couldn't ask for a better start than that. It takes a lot to make Caesar speechless. Small as sheep.
It took me right back, and you're as big dazzling as I remember.
And Funky Camel, did you get the message?
Could you tell it? I knew that you could.
Well, it looks like it could be a high-scoring show tonight.
Judges, can we have your scores, please?
10.
Funky Camel,
9.
Caesar,
8.
Our next dancers have caused sandy dunes and desert waits to be with us this evening.
Please welcome the wise men and their camels. Now tell us, wise men, kings, what should we call you?
Well, you can just call me Balthasar. No, seriously, it really doesn't matter. We are kings and we are pretty wise.
Very wise. Really, really wise.
And technically, we are actually magi.
But that sounds a little bit stuffy, doesn't it? I'm Melchior. And I'm Casper.
Okay, Professor Melchior and Casper, I'm glad we've cleared that up.
Why don't you tell us about the first time you made the journey to the stable? Well, we'd read a prophecy that a baby king would soon be born.
We saw a star in the sky and we set out to worship him. Our journey was long and difficult. We couldn't have managed without our camels.
Especially as we are carrying gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh, and that's really heavy stuff.
Gifts at Christmas?
Now, that sounds like a tradition that really could catch on.
I think it's time to get those feet moving and those hooves tapping.
dancing the Charleston, the three exceptionally wise men and their camels.
Ships on the desert, that is how it goes. 7 feet tall with humpy attitudes. Two-toed feet and knobbly knees. Cross the dunes with ease. Headed on a Bethlehem latitude. Camels, oh camels, Ships of the desert, that is how it goes. 7 feet tall with humpy attitudes. Two-toed feet and knobbly knees. Cross the dunes with ease. Headed on a Bethlehem latitude. Camels, oh camels, you're our favourite animals. Take us to the stable to see the newborn king. Camels, oh camels, you're our favourite animals. Tell us if you're able to carry the news we bring. Wow, Funky Camel, you were a fan, I expect.
Hot jazz, King Swinger. I knew that you could.
Small sheep.
Those knobbly knees really work in the transit. There's only one word for it. Camel-tastic.
Caesar, are you a camel fan?
No, I'm not. You're fun to watch, but in a comic way. Lumps and bumps and all in the wrong places.
Judges, can we have your scores, please? Smallest sheep.
9.
Funky camel.
10.
Caesar.
5.
Of course, when the wise men and their camels made this journey, they had some very special guidance.
Everyone remembers the brilliant star that spread over this very stable on our extraordinary night.
We're delighted to have that star here this evening, and she has brought some of her friends to dance with her. Star of Bethlehem, you had an amazing view of the events that night. You must have some great memories. It's all she talks about nowadays.
Oh, I remember it so clearly. I could see the wise men riding from the east.
It was pretty amazing to be there.
And down below me was Mary riding her donkey with Joseph walking alongside her. They were exhausted. They needed a place to stay.
They both looked so tired they were desperate to find a place to stay.
I shone as brightly as I could, but all the inns were packed full.
Eventually they found their way here, and the innkeeper said the only space he had left was in his stable.
It was shocking, really, but I think they were just happy to find any space at all.
Well, I know for Mary and Joseph have been particularly looking forward to this dance, and now's your chance to shine for them again.
Are you ready?
We were born ready.
Performing the dance of the stars. It's the Bethlehem All-Stars.
bad word to say about that smallest sheep.
Sublime, scintillating, nothing short of perfection.
Funky Camel, you're the beat, surely.
When you top it, I just know that you could not.
And Caesar, you must have enjoyed that.
One word. Celestial.
Judges, can we have your scores, please? Smallest sheep.
8.
Funky Camel.
10.
Caesar.
9.
When Mary and Joseph reached Bethlehem, they needed to find a place to stay.
Not an easy thing to do in our town after newly arrived visitors.
And if you need somewhere to stay, who do you call? Please welcome the innkeepers. So it was a pretty busy time for you, I understand.
Busy? That wasn't even the half of it. The place was absolutely heaving.
There were people arriving all over the country. Rich and poor, some on horses and donkeys, but most had walked miles.
We swept off our feet, we were. It was great for business, though.
I made more money, I made in a month than a year. We were even having to turn people away.
Dancing the tango, the innkeepers of Bethlehem.
Me too, but it's up to our judges who can. Let's find out what they thought.
You sweep me away, I knew that you could.
I'm a big fan of tango, but I'm afraid all of that passion of a wet fish in a paper bag. So what I enjoyed was when it stopped.
I don't agree at all. The way you moved, you literally swept your partners around the dance floor. That was a tango for Rango.
Judges, could we have your scores, please? Caesar.
3.
Smallest sheep.
7.
Funky Camel.
8.
Wow, what a night and what great performances.
Let's invite everyone back on the stage for the results.
Wait a minute. What happened when Mary and Joseph arrived in Bethlehem?
Well, I think I can help you with that. It was a night that I won't forget. Mary and Joseph, they came to Bethlehem late, looking for somewhere to stay. Well, there were no rooms left, but they were offered a humble stable. It was all that there was. And not long after, well, Mary gave birth to a baby boy, and they named him Jesus. He was the Savior that they'd all been waiting for. Soon, the shepherds arrived, saying that they'd been sent by the angels. And then later, there were wise men that came. They were following the star and bringing some gifts for the newborn king. I remember it well. That humble stable was suddenly full of people and animals, all gathered around this tiny little baby. It felt like something extraordinary was happening, as if the world was changing right before their eyes. Wow, just thinking about it right now makes me want to do a bit of a dance too. Shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dancing the Kaylee. Please put your hands together for the cast of Lights, Camel, Action 2. The sequence!
That little baby is the reason we're all here tonight.
As we all now know, he is no ordinary baby, and the news of his birth is spread fast.
His name is Jesus, and he has been born to bring God's love to all of us. This has been the most incredible time for us all.
But it really is just the beginning. Jesus' presence will be felt all night for thousands of years to come.
And he will change our lives forever. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Let's celebrate the birth of baby Jesus together with one more dance. The moves are really simple, and we hope you all join in. Celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ.
thought I was going to have to do dance then. Oh, didn't they do really well? You were a superb audience. Thank you for taking part with us. I just want to thank for every single one of you guys for putting in all that work, even the ones that didn't really want to be there. They did it, and you did it really well. Thank you so much. I also want to say a big thank you to my stage crew who have been working over the last month or two, putting it all together. Thank you so much for that as well. We've got some special guests. We're in Bethlehem, but we have got the Apex Kids choir come to perform. So if you are not in the Apex Kids choir, can you go to the back and sit down quietly? If you are, can you come to your positions at the front?
Are you in Apex? You're not.
Georgie, Leo, are you here? Oh, come into the middle then. That's it. There we go. Okay, so we are going to sing 2 songs for you that we've been practicing. Okay, so here we go. The first one's called Sing for the King.
Tell every
one big round of applause once again for Apex Kids. Wow. Absolutely fantastic. Come on, let's hear it for those judges, even for Caesar. What about our Roman soldiers? Where are they? Come on, put your hands together for them. The innkeepers, the shepherds, the wise men, the stars, the angels, our stage manager, our voice from above, Lee Morrison. Oh, the camels! Come on, let's hear it for our camels! They already had their outfits all sorted out, so it was good of them to bring that. And of course, what about Mary and Joseph? Super, absolutely fantastic. You guys have been amazing. We love you so much. We are so proud of each and every one of you. I'm sure you'll agree, we'd love to see them do one more song. Who would like to hear one more song? Well, I love that Scottish one that Kaylee. Can we do that one more time? Right, come on, let's get into position. And let's, what's it called, the Bethlehem Kaylee. Yes? Right, okay, let's hit the music. Put your hands together for Apex Kids and the Bethlehem and the Camel. Come on, big round of applause one more time, Apex Kids. Fantastic. And a big thank you to all our teachers and helpers tonight as well that have put all this together. Can we give a big round of applause for each and every one of you? Christina and the whole team, thank you so much. Well, kids, we've got something for you. There is a selection box for every child tonight. But before we do that, there's going to be one big photo of the whole crew and cast, including the camels as well tonight. Hey, next Sunday we have our Christmas celebration here at Apex Church at 4 and 6 p.m. Now, the kids choir are going to be taking part in that next week as well. So if you want to hear them again, make sure you get your tickets for the 4 or 6 p.m. We can squeeze you in. Now, please do not rush off. We have got a fine array of home bakes and sausage rolls, tea and coffee being served downstairs. So please don't rush off. Stay, maybe get some of the autographs from some of the kids. But thank you so much for being with us. One more time, hands together for Apex